For B. All right. If there are any other boo-boos make that I don't catch, please let me know. You could earn a bonus gluten-free goodie. Guys, you do not shade here because this is an equation, not an inequality. The y-intercept is 5. You go down 1 over 3, make a dot there. 2 points determine a line. On 44, you got -3 is the y-intercept. Then you go up 2 over 1. That's the slope. 2 points determine a line. -4, then you go down 2 over 5. This next one, 6, y-intercept, then you go up 1 over 1. It should not be that hard to graph. All right. Hashtag cover-up method. 2x is 12. 6y is 12, so your x-intercept is 6. Put a dot on the x-axis at 6. Your y-intercept is 2. Put a dot there. 2 points determine a line. And 40, same thing. Cover up the -3y. 4x is 12, so x is 3. -3y is 12, so y is a -4. 2 points determine a line there. On 50, x equals 4. It's a simple cover-up method there. X is 4, and then -2y is 4. And then on 51, 5x is 20. 4y is 20, so y is 5. X is 4. 2 points to determine a line, so draw that line through. Folks, it gets to one of the hardest questions on this final. Write an equation of the line in y equals mx plus b form for the line which passes through the 2 points. 7 is my bigger y, so I'm going to do 7 minus a -13 over -2 minus 3. 20 over -5 is a -4. That is your slope. So we have y equals -4x plus b. We need to pick an ordered pair. I chose -2, 7. So y is 7 when x is -2. -4 times -2 is 8. Subtract 8 from both sides. Your y-intercept, your b value is -1. There it is. Folks, since net neutrality was repealed today, you have to pay for the rest of the video. Yes, $2.99. You can go to my PayPal, jtiak@gmail.com. I'll wait for you to get out your credit cards. Ha ha ha, I am just kidding, but our internet, we might be in trouble. Anyway, this video, you do not have to pay. That's a good LOL. Who knows in the future, folks? This next one, point-slope form. I gave you that equation, point-slope form, so it's just simply y minus the y value is the slope times x minus the x value. To subtract a negative, folks, means to add, so y minus 3 is -3, the slope times x minus a -5, or x plus 5. Folks, here just use distribution. -1/2 times x, -1/2 times -4 is +2. Add 7 to both sides, and you have your equation in slope-intercept form. Remember, folks, parallel lines never intersect, so they have to have the same slope. So I want to be parallel to that line. That means I have the exact same slope. My slope is -3. So y equals -3x plus b. I'm going to go through 3, -7. Y is -7. 3 is x. Add 9 to both sides. Y-intercept of 2. That's your equation. All right, everything from here on out was on your last test, which overall we did a pretty good job with. Number 57 and 58, solve each inequality and graph it. Folks, you want to subtract 1 from both sides. 4x is greater than or equal to -12. Divide both sides by 4. Yes, I know a negative is involved. You did not divide by a negative, though. X is greater than or equal to -3. That means a closed circle, and you shade to the right. 57, simply add 3 to both sides. X is less than 7, open circle because it's less than, and shade to the left. Add 3 to both sides. 1/2 of x is greater than or equal to 7. 1/2 of 14 is 7, or you can double both sides. X is greater than or equal to 14 is your answer. On 60, subtract. If you subtract 14 from -14, that answer is not 0. It's a -28. Divide both sides by negative 2, you get less than or equal to 14. Remember, when you divide an inequality by a negative, the sign flips. And the reason is, we know that this is true, right? 6 will make it even easier. How about 5 is greater than negative 3? That's definitely true. But if I multiply both of these by an inequality, that is no longer true. 5 is not greater than negative 3. It'd be negative 5 is not greater than 3. It'd be now negative 5 is less than 3. When you multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative, these signs gotta flip. 61 here, folks. Subtract 6 from both sides. From all three regions, I mean. Negative 20 is less than or equal to 2x, which is less than or equal to 8. Divide everything by 2. Negative 10 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 4. So basically, x is between negative 10 and 4. All right, folks. I believe we're on our last 2 pages. When you graph an inequality, you have a region of solutions. First off, y-intercept is 3. Slope is negative 1/2, so you go down 1 over 2. It is a solid line because you have equality, so straight line right here. Now, greater than or equal to, you are going to shade above, okay? If I plug 0, 0 in for x, I get 0 greater than or equal to 3, which is false. So 0, 0, this region is false. That means I shade everything above. 63 here, folks. Negative 4 is the y-intercept, then I go up 2 over 1. Solid line because of equality. Less than means I'm going to shade below. If I were to plug 0, 0 in, I would have 0 less than or equal to negative 4. Right there would be false, so I shade below. 64, cover up method, 3x equals 6, x is 2. That's my y-intercept. Negative 2y equals 6, y is a negative 3. Now, you might be thinking, because of 62 and 63, it's been following the signs that I would shade above. Notice you have a negative 2y. If you were to get y by itself and divide by negative 2, the sign would flip. Folks, you should definitely test 0, 0 here. If I plug 0 in for x and y, I get 0 is greater than or equal to 6, which is false. So 0, 0, which was above the line, is not true. You got to shade below the line. Watch out when you see that negative y. Cover up method, folks. The x-intercept is 9. Y-intercept is, ooh, and I made a boo-boo. Why did I make a boo-boo here? I got carried away. This line should be dotted. So I would miss a half a point or so. That needs to be dotted. I corrected that, so it doesn't count there. All right, anyway, less than means you're going to shade below. Plug 0 and 0 in for x and y. 0 is less than 9 is true. So 0, 0, which is below the line, gets shaded again. That should be a dotted line. There's no equality. And folks, we are finally here. Judging by how long this has been currently, this would probably be the second of 2 videos. It's got to be broken up here. Anytime you have an absolute value, you have to have 2 equations or inequalities. So you just drop the absolute value. Bars x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 2. The next one, you could live 2 to the right or 2 to the left, so it's got to be negative 2. When you multiply an inequality by a negative, you got to flip the signs. Add 3 to both sides, x is greater than or equal to 5. Add 3, x is less than or equal to 1. And 66, do the same thing. 2x minus 1, less than or equal to 13. 2x minus 1, greater than or equal to negative 13. Add 1 to both sides. You get x is less than or equal to 7. X is greater than or equal to negative 6. Use distribution. Guys, the 2x's cancel. Negative 6 is less than or equal to negative 8 is very, very true. So all real numbers. All right, add 2 to both sides because 2x is bigger, so that needs to be the side for the x's. Add 11 to both sides. 28 greater than or equal to 4x. Divide both sides by 4. 7 is greater than or equal to x, or x is less than or equal to 7. And finally, folks, I'm going to the right, so it's got to be greater or greater than or equal to. It's a closed circle, so greater than or equal to 4. I'm going to the left, it's got to be less than. There is no, it's open, so there's no equality. X is less than or equal to negative 5. All right, folks, this is Yak Math Videos with your Algebra 1 Fall 2017 final exam review video, signing out.